Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Michelle Baudouin from Maryland Consultancy, and I'm here today to talk about opportunities and options in studying in Ireland. So, in the other end, we have Gagan Gimhana Pereira, one of our students who has already completed the master's. And Gagan, if you could give you an insight about your profile and at the moment, currently, what are you doing?
Yeah, so I studied in St. Joseph's College, Columbia. I did my bachelor's in logistics and supply chain management at NSBM. I graduated in the year 2019, and I did my master's in digital marketing and business analytics at Dublin Business School, Dublin. And I have experience about 7 years in the field of logistics, and right now I work as a logistics coordinator for Keelings Ireland. It's a it's a fast moving consumer goods supplying company, and it's a very large organization, and I work in the logistics industry. Yeah, that's about me.
Okay. So Gagan, before starting the session, I would like to thank you so much for joining with us. It's your off day and you have given some time to us. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate. So Gagan, if we talk overall, what is your overall impression about Ireland?
All right, about Ireland. Ireland is a nice country. It's a very beautiful country, and has many opportunities, and has a very fast-paced growing economy. The economy is very fast-paced, and it's one of the top fast-paced moving economies in the world right now. And people are very friendly, and studies are very it's very advanced, to be honest. That's what I would say. And yeah, overall it's a positive, and it's a good country to study and to live.
Yes. So Gagan, how have you been received by the local community? Are they like accepting community? Are they friendly? If you just share your thoughts about your day-to-day experience, and I think close to 1.5 years experience with us, genuine experience.
Yeah, all right. So since you asked me about the 1.5 experience, I will start about being a student, the student time period, and how I went through the 1.5 years of the time period, and who I met. So when you're a student, you meet people, you meet new people. Like it could be people from, like, in your part times you meet other European country people, like the Eastern Europeans, Indians, and then you meet Irish people. Very friendly, very friendly. They all know the regulations and all, and like they are very friendly. And the especially when you talk about the Irish people, like they are welcoming new people, new communities, new cultures, and uh, they are very welcoming. And like uh, it's really a good experience after all, about moving with them and getting to know about the new cultures. And when you come into the, like, when you break the student time period, you go to an organization, you join them, you meet new people there. Especially when you go to organization, most of them are, I'm not telling most of them, but then you have the Irish cultures in the organizations. Very friendly, very welcoming. Don't be afraid to talk to them, just get to know them. Like, they are very friendly.
Yeah. So while I'm listening to you, something came through to my mind. We all know it's a English speaking country, but I'm just, again, I want to know
Yeah,
from your end, do you have find any difficulties communicating with them? How is the language proficiency and all?
I didn't went through any difficulties. They are very proficient in English. Like like they don't even like the younger generation. They don't even know about the Irish languages anymore. Like the Irish languages, it's very sad from their end that their own language culture is gone. But then they're very proficient in the English language, and it's easy to speak with them. Like, if you have any difficulties, still they are very easily communicating. They tell you this is what to do, this is what you need to go, this is where you want to be, and all. It's yeah, it's very easy with them to communicate.
Yes. So Gagan, while you're studying and then while you're working, have you been involved in any extracurricular activities other than studies and working?
All right, so I I played uh American football for a club called Northern Dublin Pirates. I played as a QB, that's my position. So it's like I used to play rugby back in school. So it's a new sport, and they taught you like teach you like this is what you do, like this is where to go and all. Like it's very easy, and like you can do extracurricular activities. They welcome you to clubs. You can join clubs. If you are good at singing, there are clubs for the beginners. Like the thing about Irish people is they always have an extracurricular activity all the time. They always do after work. Like they don't go home. At least they go for a walk with their dog. So it's the country is like even if you live in a small town, there is a library. There is something that you can do. Like you can engage in so many extracurricular activities.
Yes. Again, so since you have lived in two cities, first you were in Dundalk, and then I believe now
Yeah.
you're close to Dublin or you are in Dublin.
Yeah.
So what you feel the difference? Because most of the students that they're asking from us, how is Dublin, how is Limerick, and how is Dundalk? What's the difference? Do they get part-time? So if you just give you insight. What's your experience living in Dundalk
Yeah.
and living in Dublin?
All
I
right.
know it's
So
expensive in Dublin, but you're again a genuine thought on it.
all right. So before I applied my visas, I remember I had a call with you, Michelle, what to do.
Yeah.
Should I go to Dundalk or should I
And I
try the other
believe I
universities?
advise you as well.
So you advise me, Gagan, like jobs are easy. I know the living cost is high, but then like you can find part times easily. But then I didn't had anyone like I didn't had all the connections when I came here. So I had only a brother that I know from a close family friend. So I went to Dundalk. I settled there for about 6 7 months. Yeah, not six, 5 to 6 months. So I lived there. I in Dundalk. I worked in part time. My first job was working in a farm, and then I worked in a fast food restaurants as a kitchen porter, and then I did food deliveries. So I would say, even though like I made a mistake for myself, I made a mistake for myself. I prefer the newcomers staying around Dublin. That's my only
Yes.
advice. County Louth, Dundalk. It's 100 kilometers away, about 90 minutes of traveling. Like it's gonna cost you. Time is money here, and it's gonna cost you, and like taking the buses and all, like it's very complex. So I advise all the people, like it's better to gather around Dublin. I'm not discouraging anyone, but then Dundalk IT, it's a good institution. I have friends from there, but then I prefer Dublin. That's my opinion. That's what I say.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the thing is, if you're well off and if you don't have any idea to do part-time and if you want to study, then I think it would be a good option, right? Living in Limerick or
Which
Dundalk.
I was not.
That's so that's what even we
Yeah.
advise the students. So, but once you
Yeah.
experience it, only you know, okay, fine. But anyways,
Yeah.
you're happy now. So I believe you're
Yeah, I'm
happy.
happy here.
So I
Yeah, I'm
don't
happy here.
think there is, since living in Dublin and it's expensive, yes, I think it's around 300, 400 euro difference if you talk about, is
Still,
it?
it's worth it more than traveling 3 hours per day to get to Dublin. That's my only that's
Exactly.
my only opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
still worth it. That's your money. You could do a work in a part time in that time period that you're
Money
spending on
plus
the
the
road.
time.
Money plus the time. For commuting, like it's no point. No point. I made a mistake.
Okay.
That's what I would advise to other people.
So, and Gagan, one more thing, like as I'm aware, I'm delighted to hear that you had your own vehicle and you have gone through the process, because while we are discussing these, there are a lot of students out who really don't know anything and they really want to hear from someone who has experienced it. So you had a vehicle and you're driving. So how was the process for getting the license and how you're driving now?
All right. So first of all, like I'm not pampered, but then I really wanted a vehicle when I came here. I really wanted a vehicle when I came here because like I'm not used to the public transport. It doesn't mean I'm pampered. Anyway, so for the students that who's coming here, first get your the international driving license first. If you're
From
coming
Sri
here, first
Lanka?
get your from Sri Lanka. You can get it. It's just a 2 or 3 days process. Just get the your international driving license, and then after buying your vehicle, you will have to go through the insurance. For the international driving license, your insurance is a lot higher for the international driving license. But then, as soon as you get your the theory test done for the Irish driving license, the insurance goes down by half of the amount that you pay for the international driving license. That will take only 2 to 3 weeks. After that, you will have to wait for a certain time period. It could be 3 months, it could be 4 months to get your full Irish license, Irish driving license. But then still, on with your theory test and with your the Sri Lankan international driving license, you can drive on the roads. You are eligible and it's legal, 100%. That's
And
what
you're
I did.
still using
I use
same.
Sorry, Michelle.
You're still using the international driving
Yeah,
license.
I'm still using the international license, but then the vehicle that I use, it's covered by my company, so it has never been it never bothered me about the prices that I pay for the insurance. But then the for the other students who are not getting who are not getting a company vehicle or anything, just get your international driving license, come here, apply for the theory test, show your the practical test, and get your full Irish license.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. And Gagan, just some tips if we can share how to find a part-time, because that's a question that most of the students that they're asking from us. What you went through
Yeah.
and how long it took for you to find a part-time, not Dundalk, I think Dublin. Even Dundalk you can share.
All right. All right. Yeah. So I'll start with Dundalk. So all right. So I'm sharing my genuine experience, okay? So as I told you, when I first came here, I bought my own vehicle and like I was bored and I wanted to go around farms and all. I went to a farm and I told the farmer, "Hi, I just came here. I'm looking for a job. Would you mind giving me a job?" And he was like, "Come on the next day morning, 5 a.m. You will start." And uh I was doing the potato grading. The potatoes comes from a machine and just clean all the potatoes and grade, like make sure there's no stones going for the potatoes that goes out from the farm. Just potato grading. So like there are many part-time jobs available. I think still the employment capacity is not enough for the economy of Ireland. I believe personally. So that was my first part-time, and I got a part-time at a restaurant. That was a connection that I had with a Sri Lankan guy who was working there. So part-times are easily available. Just get your CV in Indeed. Like don't expect to get part-times like a manager or anything, but then you'll have to start from your scratch. But then still, if you are eligible, still you have a good knowledge and a good base in the industry that you have worked in Sri Lanka, you will be able to get a good part-time. So when I was a student, I was working as in a part-time as a logistics manager for Irish Times newspaper deliveries. But then, like,
I
believe in
think
yourself, apply
just
for
to
part-times.
interrupt, that because you have a proven background, you have worked as a senior logistic manager and the fluency of the
Yeah,
language. I believe these two are
yeah,
very important.
very important. Like, if you know your job, if you know what to do, if you like, they don't care about anything. Just get your job done. Just get the right path. Just get the job done in the meantime period. You'll be kept in the company forever. Like people like you, that people like if you're responsible for your job, people really like you that like that. So just to be honest, like if you have a good base in your industry, you're good to go.
Yeah, so something which came to my mind. So Gagan, as I'm aware, you're coming from a very good family background, business family, worked as a senior logistic manager, and you have your own company, family company. So
Yeah.
how you will adapt to, let's say, to work in a farm at once and to do work in restaurants. What are the tips that you can share, because we are not used to do that, right? So
All right. Yeah. All right. So I will say like this. So
attitude,
when I
and I think you have been adapted very fast.
yeah. So when I know it's recorded, but then I will speak my heart out. When I when I worked in a farm, wearing all the pocket trousers and all, like I felt like what a country was Sri Lanka was we had everything. We had everything. Like we never walked into a food store or a pharmacy or anything. Like we had everything. And like when I saw a farm and like working in a farm 8 hours straight, standing, I cursed the politics of Sri Lanka because of that we had to left. But then it's all right. Like you got to start from your scratch. If you are like, if whoever is watching this interview, like if you are heartbroken or like if heartbroken as in the sense like with the economy and like you don't know what to do about the country and like what about your future, just go to another country, start from your scratch, get adapted to everything. And yeah, like that was my experience. Like but then just accept it happy, just accept it
Exactly.
happy, like whatever, yeah, at least you get a job. Some people in other countries, they applying for part-times and like they bring their money from Sri Lanka and they're just spending on food and all for a couple of months, but then like after 1 week I was able to get a job. Like I was like that was advantage that I had living in Dundalk, to be honest. So yeah, that like I was blessed. So yeah,
I
it is
think
what it is when you come to a new
that's the
country.
attitude that what you brings, and the
Yeah,
approach,
exactly.
and how you adapt, and how willingly that you want to take the opportunity. Because if you're just
Yeah,
going to stay back, I don't like this job, I don't want this one. So
yeah,
I don't think ultimately you will not meet new people. You will not basically go around with other nationalities. So you will not get opportunity, right? I
exactly.
think you are here today with the experience and everything, which I talk about it, because you have started from somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
So
so exactly. Like I believe I believe in a quote that I always cherish: "Who flies not high falls not low." So like I really go with that. So yeah, so like if you're like you need to believe in your gut. You're on your like when you come to a new country, you're on your own. There's no parents, there's no one of like to take care of you. You're on your own. Like you need to do your own thing and get your feet on the ground and stand up and head straight and then think about your life. So that's
yes,
how I did.
Gagan.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
thank you so much for that. And just a quick question. What about the safety, Gagan? We have a lot of girls, like students who
yeah,
want to apply, and they're a bit worried about safety as well. So how is it?
100% safety, 100% safety. It's proven in there was a recent research that Dublin is a city. I'm not talking about specifically Dublin, Ireland. Like you won't get any issues at all. You come at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 12 a.m., 1 a.m., no issues at all. Like unless yeah, like there are people like very friendly, even if you are drunk or whatever. Like they talk to you with respect. They respect you a lot. For girls, they really respect the legislations and like all the rules are very high. Like you can't talk to a girl, like you can't disrespect anyone, you can't catfish anyone. Like it's really it's really important to respect a woman at any time. So it's really safe. Like I 100% highly recommend it.
Yes. And Gagan, after you completed your master's, since you're well qualified, you're carrying out all the professional qualifications and work experience, how long it took you to find a full-time job?
I kept applying for the secret is when you apply on Indeed, keep applying, keep applying, keep applying, keep applying for the time period that you're looking for a job. Make your LinkedIn profile open to jobs and like very professional and like keep it smart. And I got the job. I kept applying for a couple of weeks. I'm not talking about months, at least 4 weeks maybe the max. And then I got called from a couple of companies, and I went to an interview and I got selected, but then I wanted to go to a company which handles outbound logistics. So it takes a couple of weeks, but then in 2 months you'll be get your job. I got my job. Like I don't know about anyone, but then my
It
opinion
depends
is
on
like
your
you will be
background, and your
you can apply for
qualifications.
jobs. Yeah,
And the
yeah,
fluency, right? The
exactly.
language is very important.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You need to have a
Yes.
proper language,
Uh,
like a fluency.
and Gagan, so lastly, I'm really curious to know, like, do you believe the decision which you have taken for your higher studies, you selected Ireland. So do you
Yeah.
believe that it's a good decision?
For the first 2 months, I felt like there's no one, less community and all, less Sri Lankan community. But then, to be honest, right now I believe Ireland was a nice experience. Ireland is a nice experience. Ireland, uh, Ireland is great. Like with all the experience that I get, the people and all the knowledge and the industries and all, Ireland is really growing. And whoever works in the industry, Ireland will grow you. I will grow you, masterpiece. So I really like the country. I really like the economy and everything moving on. So it's really I really appreciate the all the efforts that the country has made towards making me.
Okay, Gagan. So, and lastly, this would be the last question. So, I
Yes.
would like to genuinely know the experience when you apply for your visa throughout the visa process. And then after the visa process, that close to 1.5 years, we are having a good relationship, I believe. So, how was the experience, Gagan, with Maryland and with
Yeah.
us?
Yeah, I will tell them about the experience. I think I just only visited your the Maryland Consultancy only twice or maybe thrice
Yeah.
because everything was like I just came to you. I just told you. I explained like you went through all my documents and like what my father does and what are the documents, financial documents, supporting documents, and all. And then it was a very smooth process, and we lodged our visas, and I think we got the visas in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 3 weeks, and there was no mistakes done by you and your team. Like I didn't got any calls. This is missing. This is missing. This is missing. Everything was picture perfect. I just submitted the documents, and like from your end, you supported me telling these are the needed documents. Like there's no, oh, I forgot that. I forgot to tell you that everything was perfect. Everything was in line and intact. So everything was everything was in order. And I did from my end, I gave all the documents and all, and yeah, everything was clear and like it was a good experience. You showed me the what are the opportunities, what are the industries that you can work for, and I did a master's accordingly. So with Maryland, I'm happy, and your
Yes.
team, like yeah,
Yes.
happy.
Thank you for that. And so after I think we lost contact for like 2 months or 3 months. That was maybe your settling period. We were not in touch
Yeah,
much. So
yeah, because I did not want to talk to anyone, and like
yes,
that was me, not yourself. Yeah, like
understand. So after the
yeah,
visas, Gagan, up to now, you were able to reach us immediately if you want anything. So how was it after
yeah,
after the visa process?
I still reach out to you. Like I like before, like when you come here, like you come on a 3 months visa, and
Yeah.
then you need to apply for your stamp one, the stamp two. I can't remember for the student visas. So I was in call all the time. Like I was talking to you, and even though I met you when you were here, Sorry about that. I was busy. Like we had a proper communication. Like like there was like what you call in a business perspective, you did the proper aftercare about the customer, about the student that you went from you. Like you were caring about like how is everything? Are you all right? Have you got your accommodation right? Have you got everything right? How is your Dublin Business School? How is the place that you study? Are you happy with them? And all like you were in contact with me. And up to now for 18 months, still we have been in contact. We are recording on a Zoom meeting. So yeah, everything is fine with you. I'm really happy with the aftercare, all the processes that you did for my visas and all the stuff for the island journey.
Yes, thank you so much, Gagan, for your genuine actually experience.
Yeah.
Because before this, Gagan was telling, what we are going to talk, I said, whatever you want to, just please share your
Yeah,
genuine
genuinely.
experience. That's it we want. Thank you so much for your time, and
No problem.
hope to see you soon. And
Yeah.
I wish you all the best, Gagan.
Thank you very much, Michelle.
Thank
Thank you very much.
you.